Welcome back. It's now time for Midday Sports.
West Indies head coach Darren Sammy says the team has to change its approach to batting. The Windies will take on Australia in the second test of their three-match series on Thursday in Grenada, trailing the series 1-0 after their 159-run defeat in the opening match at the Kensington Oval in Barbados last week. Sammy says, having reviewed the data over the last two World Test Championship cycles, there has to be a new approach to batting.
When we did our research on some of the things that we have to do to be able to compete, you know, we probably in the last two Test Championship faced the least amount of overs in the first innings and scored the slowest. Probably lost the most wickets as well. So it's an area we identified. And like I said, you cannot be scoring the slowest and facing the least amount of overs. Either you score faster to bring the game closer, or you bat more overs.
Meanwhile, world number 5 Test batsman Steve Smith could be back for the second Test on Thursday, following the finger injury he sustained during last month's World Test Championship final. Smith's prospects of playing against West Indies received a significant boost on Tuesday after the Australian completed the team's main training session without complaint, despite extended chats with medical staff and chief selector George Bailey. Sammy says they will have to plan for the inclusion of Smith.
Yeah, well, he's a quality guy, quality player. I mean, Australia is still strong because of the system they have. Keep on producing guys, but we've seen when we add pressure as a bowling group, we did get 20 wickets in the Test match, and that's the first step towards winning.
RGR Gleaner netballers made it 3 wins from 3 in the Open Division of the Business House Netball League after beating Grace Kennedy 18-17 at the Leela Robinson courts on Tuesday. The RGR Gleaner team led after all 4 quarters, 4-3, 11-7 and 16-10 before the 1-goal margin of victory. This was the first defeat for the Grace Kennedy team in 4 games. In other games, Scotia were the biggest winners on the night, beating KSAHD 56-5. University Hospital of the West Indies got by Advantage General 24-17. National Housing Trust A were 54-7 winners over Lasco, while Sagicor A beat Guardian 30-13. NHTB clipped Sagicor B 16-13. MOHW had a 17-13 victory over ATL Group, while KPMG got the better of Hawkeye 16-7. The Urban Knights are champions of the National Basketball League again after beating the Upper Room Eagles 2-0 in their best-of-3 final series on Tuesday night at the National Stadium courts. The Knights wrapped up the title with a 67-56 win in Game 2. Nikolai Brown and Ramon Spence both had double-doubles on the night with 24 points each, while Brown had 14 rebounds, with Spence pulling down 10. LeBron Lewinson was the top scorer for the Eagles with 11 points. Meanwhile, St. George's Slayers defeated the running Rebels 63-45 to take third. Finally, Jamaican Kofi Coburn says the number of NBA players interested in representing Jamaica is a positive. Coburn, who is now in Jamaica, has been watching the local National Basketball League and is impressed with what he has seen over the years. The 25-year-old who left Jamaica at age 16 is looking forward to representing the country in the pre-World Cup qualifiers.
Jamaica is making a step forward to doing the pre-qualifiers for the World Cup. They're getting some tremendous talent from the NBA. I'm definitely here and I'm willing to make that step to represent Jamaica.
And that's it for your Midday Sports. I'm Renata Brown.
Thank you, Renato, and that's the Midday News. I'm Amoy Harriet. Join us at 7 for Primetime News. On behalf of the news, sports, and production teams, good afternoon.